Think about how the weather has changed since you were a child. Has the weather gradually turned warmer, colder? Perhaps you notice more snowfall or hotter summer temperatures. These are all caused directly by climate change and global warming. Hi, my name is Ailsa Athiyyah Armina. I am the LSPR Communication and Business Institute student under the supervision of Mr. Charles Bonar Sirait as my mentor and lecturer. In this video, I want to talk to you about a climate change issue. The information in this video is based on various sources. You can see it on the description box. These are some problems that caused by climate change. Proof that climate change is an important issue. Warms up temperatures. There are many causes of the man-made global warming pollution. Agriculture as a part of it, and the management of forests and transportation. But the main part of it is the burning of fossil fuels, which provides more than 80% of all the energy of world uses. We've been burning more and more fossil fuels like oil and coal, which release CO2 to power our homes, factories, airplanes, and cars. The energy from the sun comes in the form of light, and it warms up the planet, and then that heat energy is re-radiated back into spaces, and some of it is caught by the natural greenhouse gas layer, and that's a good thing. But we're making that layer much thicker, so more of the outgoing infrared is being trapped, and that's what is driving the temperatures up. That's why they call it the greenhouse effect. Ice melting. The same heat is also melting the ice in Antarctica. And in Greenland, there is a huge glacier in the last century and completely melted now. And all that extra melting is raising sea levels. Global sea levels have risen 8 inches over the last century. In the last 2 decades alone, the rate of rise has nearly doubled. This is a direct cause of melting ice caps and increased global temperatures. Melting ice sheets and glaciers also add trillions of tons of fresh water into our oceans. If this rise continues, entire coastal cities will be underwater within 80 years, like Miami in the US or Osaka in Japan, and entire island nations in the Pacific could completely disappear. The problem of food needs. Methane and nitrogen oxide emissions produced by industrial agriculture, plantation, and livestock can cause drought and flooding. If this disaster occurs, it will be difficult for us to produce agricultural and plantation products. Disturbing health and spread of disease. When there is an increase in the Earth's temperatures, it causes the shift in the tropics to become wider. This tropical shift has caused various infectious diseases, for example malaria, which occurs in England due to climate change. The storm will be stronger and more intense. The intensity, frequency, and duration of storms in the North Atlantic have continued to increase since 1980. This is due to increased rate of rainfall as the hot climate continues to increase. Back in 2016, world leaders signed the so-called Paris Agreement, and the big pledge is to cap temperatures rising by 1.5 degrees or a maximum of 2 before the year 2100. So countries set their own targets on how much CO2 they emit, but the average global temperature has already risen by about 1 Celsius, and scientists say the rollout of the agreement must be stepped up have any change of curbing dangerous climate change. There is more awareness, and some countries are making progress. India, Morocco, and the Gambia have massive renewable energy projects. But experts say what's needed now is an even bigger push to change everything about the way we run our world. The experts' advice is that it's down to all of us to change our ways and shake things up, or climate change is going to do it for us. In conclusion, climate change has a big impact on the earth and human life in the future. Problems that arise due to climate change start from warms up temperatures, ice melting, food needs, health, and increasing storm intensity. The solution for countries in the world regarding climate change is a Paris Agreement, but experts think that policies must be further improved because there has not been any significant change in the handling of climate change. We must pay more attention to the earth and, if necessary, think about climate change at least once a day. Start to care and take actions that help prevent climate change for your life, my life, and Earth life. If you need further information or just want to share your opinion regarding the issues, kindly text in comment column below. Thank you for your attention.